Good morning. Welcome to Chin Family Kitchen. Today is a special day. What's going on today?
Mother's Day and my brother's birthday.
How old is he?
4 now.
Okay.
He was 3.
What did Theo ask for his birthday to eat?
Cake.
What kind of cake?
Chocolate.
Chocolate cake. So we're going to make him a chocolate cake. And we've said this before, our family does not, we will eat cheese, but our family doesn't do very well with a lot of dairy, particularly butter and cream. So we are going to make a dairy-free chocolate cake. Let's look here, Emmy.
Made in a pan chocolate.
Yes, made in the pan chocolate cake. Exactly. This is vegan. That's right. No eggs in it. Yep. So this is vegan, and you make it right in the pan. I did this with Theo at one point. It's very fun and it's very easy. Later on, I'm going to make a coconut chocolate ganache once the cake cools down a little bit. Yes, you can tell me. Will you tell them the ingredients here and tell me what to do first?
I'm gonna.
Oh, you want to tell them about these ingredients? Yes. Okay, and I'll pick them up and show them.
Okay. So right now we have a measuring cup. Well, 2 measuring cups. They're different.
What's different about them?
Well, this measuring cup has all the measures, right?
And it's a liquid measuring cup.
And it's a liquid one. And this one is mostly for solids, or you can use it for liquids, but we mostly use it for solids, and it's only 1 cup.
Mm-hmm. It's a dry measuring cup. We might need to forage for some of our smaller versions of that.
And here we have just measuring spoons, and we have chocolate chips for the cake.
Mm-hmm. For the cake and the frosting, right?
Yeah. And we have flour, salt, vanilla extract, Hershey's cocoa, apple cider vinegar. I said that. Oh. Pure baking soda and mama water and
No, not mama water. We're not gonna put mama water in the.
And I knew that.
And what's this?
And vegetable oil.
Perfect.
That was a joke because I was saying everything that's on the counter.
Okay, so tell me the first instruction here in our chocolate cake. We'll put the ganache aside for a second. We'll do that later.
Okay. Heat oven. Did we do this?
I have turned it on. Yes, heat oven to 325. Okay, so it's preheating.
Add the flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt to an 8 by 8 inch square glass or metal baking dish. Let's do that first.
You borrowed this from Grandma Donna. Okay.
Flour.
How much flour?
We need, let me do it.
Mm-hmm.
We need 1/4 cup.
1 and 1 1/4.
1 1/4 cup.
When the 1 is big, that's the 1 cup, and then the 4th is added on to it. So it's not, that's 1/4, and that's 1 and 1/4.
1/4 cups of all-purpose flour.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Employ the procedure. Employ the procedure. Okay, good. Okay.
Can I?
We all like to stand in front of the most important drawer. Okay, should I put the flour in here, or do you want to?
I want to put the. And can I do the thing with the spoon?
You may.
And flatten it? It's really fun.
Emmy likes this technique.
Fill it up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big. Oopsie. Now I'm going to take the end and just.
Okay, other way too. Keep going because you have a hole there, so you have to fill that hole all the way into the end. So all the way in. So see how you kind of, oopsie. Let's try this again. I'm going to give you a little more to work with. Okay, now, but you really have to fill it all the way in. Okay, like toward yourself too. I would do it toward yourself first. Oops. You're doing great. Oh, there you go. All the way. Now you've got it. Beautiful. And now you can push it off the edge. Okay. And how much? That's 1. Now what do we need to do? 1 and?
1/4.
Which one of these is 1/4? That's the one.
And this this is a little, oopsie.
No problem.
That was unexpected.
By the way, happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Who's a mother?
I know it can be who is a mother, also for people who are celebrating their mothers and people who have acted as mothers in their lives or people who are missing their mamas today. We're thinking about everybody today. Oops, and keep it over the middle. There we go.
Oops.
There you go. And this one all the way back toward you. There you go. I know. I'm doing my thing. It's Mother's Day. I'm gonna mother you.
You always have to mother me.
Okay, that's the flour. You wanna hit the bottom a little bit so it gets all that stuff in there? That'll work. All right, let's put that down over here. I don't think we need any more flour, so what are we gonna do with let's put our top on. I like to put things away as we go if we can.
It's strangely heavy.
It is strangely heavy. It keeps the air out. Okay, read the next, what's the next ingredient that has to go in with our dry ingredients then?
Whisk the mixture together.
Oh, nope, there's more ingredients. Flour.
Sugar.
How much?
We need 1 cup of granulated.
Can you sound it out?
Granulated.
There's a magic E in there.
Granulated sugar.
Good job, granulated. Granulated sugar. I will. I just want to tap the flour out so you don't get flour in the sugar. Okay, 1 cup.
1 cup. Can I do the same strategy?
You can. Oh, use here. Let me just wipe this off for you. I'm gonna use the big spoon. That'll get you farther faster.
Farther faster.
Right over it. We don't want to waste the sugar, Bubs.
I know.
Okay.
Can you? Well, I guess this was a bit too small for that strategy.
It is a little bit. I can show you a way to do it.
No.
It's a little more neat, so you don't get the sugar everywhere. I'll show you. No?
No.
How'd you get flour on your face already?
Magic.
Magic. Emmy magic?
I'm Annie. I believe in magic. Well, I make people believe in that trick where they disappear.
Where you make the little fuzzy hair piece disappear?
Yeah. It's a really cool trick. I'm guessing you already know the secret to it?
I do, but I really enjoy it. There's a trick that Emmy's been learning. Maybe we'll have her do it for you someday at the beginning of the show or when we're waiting for something to cook.
It's really cool.
So one of the things that I really like about this recipe is that kids can really participate. You can do another big spoonful in there, no problem. Kids can, and you don't need to pat it down. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna help you just a little bit. Will you hold it for me? I'm gonna use my little spoon. Sometimes you just have to like fuss with it a tiny bit so that you don't get sugar everywhere. Get it on the end. Oh, now we just gently whoosh. There we go. Ready? 1 cup of sugar. And it really says 1 cup of sugar, right? Yes. Good. Just making sure.
That's a lot of sugar.
It is. It's got a lot of chocolate in it. So if it didn't have a lot of sugar in it, it would be a little bit better. Okay, will you put the new spoon in there? We needed a placement spoon. I'm going to close it up. Okay, what's the next dry ingredient? We have flour, we have sugar.
Now we need cocoa powder.
How much cocoa powder do we need?
1/3.
Okay, will you pick out the 1/3 cup?
1/3. Oh, here we go. That was so quick.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. I guess we need to sift it.
You're right. What does it say?
You find out.
It doesn't say that we have to sift it. And normally it would say, would you like to sift it just to make sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
It's fine.
I think you're right. We should probably sift it. Why risk having chunky cocoa in there? I think that's a safe bet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. So as I was saying, one of the things I like about this recipe is that if you have young kids in your house, I did this with Theo when he was not yet 4, and he was really able to participate in making the whole cake. It was very easy. So if you have little kids in your house, if you are delightfully trapped with your small children right now, this is a nice way to pass some time together. Okay, ready?
Wait, can I?
Yes, how do you want to do it? Do you want to hold it or tap it?
Tap. Can I just hold it? Wait.
Sure. Right over the middle. Doing great.
And at the end, sometimes you just gotta work with your hands.
Exactly. We'll take the end of this and we'll work it in. And again, the recipe doesn't call for this to be sifted particularly. I think Emmy made a good call to sift it just to give us a little advantage. Again, if you're making this, if you're able to make this cake with a little person in your life, the sifting part is really fun. Sifting part, fun, no fun. What do you vote?
Fun.
Fun. Mm-hmm. You want to take the other side and now smash it in?
Yes.
This one? Or you want me to do it?
Can I smash it in?
Yes. You want me to hold it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can hold it, and I'll just smash, 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 and we don't want anything left.
Great job. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of cocoa powder.
It is. Okay. How much baking soda?
I don't know.
What are the two numbers there? 3/,
4.
and if this is 1/4 is 1,
4.
then this is 3.
4.
Yeah, 3/4. Okay, and to get 3/4, and we can talk about this, I'll show you how this works later. 3/4 is how many fourths?
4. 3.
3/4. Now I'm going to do something to make this a little easier for you. Well, actually, you know what? Why don't you do 3/4? Why don't you do, and that way you can practice thinking about how fourths work, how fractions work.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
That I didn't.
Sometimes I'll do a half of, oopsie, first we gotta make that.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I do it a different way.
Yeah.
This is,
Okay.
I do it the way.
Oh, now you've tucked it in. Hold on one
I
second.
know. It's just
Can you do it
not.
again so it's not? I know, it's tough. This is a tough one. Oh, that's a good one. So that's 1.
1.
Ready?
That's strong.
It is. Keep going.
I know.
I will say,
Bossy.
if you, I'm mothering you. If you are doing this by yourself, probably takes about 10 minutes. If you are doing it with a beloved, small person, it takes about half an hour.
Eggs.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. All right, what's next?
And salt.
How much salt?
1.5.
1.5. Find the 1/2 teaspoon.
I mean.
Where is it?
That's the 1/4.
That's 1/4.
What is this? 1/8.
1/8.
Half.
1/2.
All right.
Great.
It's going to be the salt. Salt.
Tippity tappity.
I do it.
Oh, beautiful job.
Boop.
Expertly done. Okay. So that's salt, and we're going to do what?
Whisk the mixture until uniform in color.
Uniform.
Uniform.
What does that mean, until uniform in color?
I don't know. Can I?
Uniform in color means it's all one color. Is that uniform, or does that have many colors in it right
Many
now?
colors.
Hey, which one's the whisk? Yeah. Just checking. Okay, let me put the salt away and move this a little closer to you.
I wonder what color it's gonna be.
Do you wonder what color it's going to be? If you had to bet, what color do you think it would be?
I think it would be light brownish.
Mm-hmm. Why is that? What makes you
Because
think that?
there's a lot of white, but there's also a bunch of brown.
Mm-hmm.
I think the white's really gonna mix in with the brown, and it's gonna make the brown really light.
Yep. Little color theory in there just for show. So in your whisking, just be careful. We don't want to knock anything out of the pan. No problem. You didn't do it. It was getting a little vigorous, so I wanted to make sure to say something.
Not quite uniform.
Right. So we want to get into those corners. You know what I'm going to do for you in those corners? I'm going to take this spatula, this rubber spatula.
Hey.
Oops, apologies. I think she's going to live. I'm gonna get these, okay, I'm getting in the corners here, Emmy. See me? Watch me go. Okay.
I can do that.
Now you're gonna whisk it together again, right? We got everything out of the corners? Oops.
I'm just whisking.
You're whisking away. Okay, should I read the next part of it?
Yeah, this is pretty uniform.
Okay. That's pretty uniform. Pretty good. Okay. Step 2, what's step 2?
Add 1 cup of water along with the oil, vanilla extract, and vinegar.
What do all of these ingredients have in common?
They're both liquid.
They're all liquid. Very good.
So we're going to use this.
Right. 1 cup. Should I get you?
No.
You're going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to
Where's
move your...
the 1 cup? Just, I need to know that.
Here's cups on this side. Where do you see the 1?
1.
Yep.
I'm just going to move my stool.
Uh-huh. Moving her stool over to the sink. Bubba.
Oh, wait.
Great.
I just like to do it slowly,
Just so you can keep control of it. I think that's very wise of me. You know what else you could do? Because you can turn the spigot, is you can put it down so it's not tilted. Why don't you put it down right here?
Okay.
And now it's not tilted and you can really control it. Nicely done. Okay.
1 cup.
All right. We are not going to put that in here yet because we're going to... Is that right? It says you add all these things, stir slowly with a fork. Let's put it all in there for the moment. How much oil? Come here. You want to help to speed this along? What I like about cooking with my children is the free hugs. They're a little procedural, but I'll take them anyway. Okay. How much canola oil do we need?
1/3 a cup of
Canola oil. Yep. 1/3 of a cup. Okay. So.
And I can't wait for the chocolate chips.
Can you not? You just can't wait at all. Okay, I'm going to do this part because I have to eyeball it. I see where it down here 1/4 and it tells you where 1/3 is down there. I'm going to do that up here. It's a little above. So I'm going to eyeball it a little bit because I kind of know what it should look like. Ready? While baking is a very precise art, this is a very forgiving recipe. Okay, it's good for the bread bakers among us. Although I know some very precise bread bakers, and so I deeply apologize to anyone who may be offended. Okay, how much vanilla extract?
This smells like vanilla.
Right here.
Right. 1 teaspoon.
Find the teaspoon.
Teaspoon, yeah, I know.
Emmy, well, Theo's 4, Emmy is almost 7. And I know is her favorite new phrase.
1. This is not.
There it is.
And can I?
Yep, over here, honey.
Right.
Yep.
Oops.
Good, you got it. Do it. Perfect. Put the extra in there, okay? Good job. Oops, let's get some. Okay. All right. Emmy really likes the smell of the vanilla. Okay. How much apple cider vinegar?
1 teaspoon again.
1 teaspoon again. Ready?
You pour it into the teaspoon. I'll pour it into the measuring cup.
Do it. Yes. Okay. Great. I think that's everything.
That smells really not good.
Well, it's add some acid on purpose. Okay, so we're gonna move this. We're gonna pour these into our dry mix, and it says you're gonna mash it up with a fork. It says stir slowly. Once we add all those things, you
Stir with a fork and spoon until the mixture becomes smooth and uniform batter.
Good.
Again.
So why don't you start with a fork and get it all smushed up, and then you can go to your mixer. Do you want to pour this in yourself?
This?
No, you want to pour this in yourself, or should I pour that?
I want to pour it.
Okay, just gently. Don't go from a height because it's a little.
I know.
Otherwise, it'll go.
Fine.
Nicely done. I like how you kept control of it the whole time, buddy.
Can
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll start on the edges and squish everything in. Okay.
Got it.
Great.
It's definitely not uniform.
Yeah, gentle with the fork tines. You don't want to scratch the baking thing. Oh, that's the ticket. She turned the fork over. She was kind of scraping at it with the sharp part of the tines, and she flipped it over. Now she's using the back of the fork, which will keep the baking pan, grandma's best little baking pan, safe. Okay. Emmy's working on making that a uniform batter. Once she's done that and she's whisked it together.
And it's uniform.
Yeah, then we're going to scrape the sides with our...
First we have to scrape the fork.
Yes, we will scrape the fork. We'll use the rubber spatula for that too. We will scrape the sides with the rubber spatula. We'll spread it in an even layer, and we'll sprinkle with some chocolate chips on the top. Would you like to do that?
Mm-hmm. And can I
And
have
we'll
a
use
chocolate
the rest
chip?
of the... Yes. And we'll use the rest of the chocolate chips for what, Emmy?
Ganache.
Ganache.
Really getting it in. Really want it to be all uniform color.
It calls for, the ganache recipe calls for, in case any of you, it calls for 16 ounces dark dairy-free chocolate. I'm using, this was what they had at the store. I'm using bittersweet chocolate. I've used semi-sweet chocolate, whatever it is. I'm going to use a can of the Thai Kitchen coconut cream. Anything that says coconut cream. We've gone through this before. You really don't want cream of coconut. That's what you would use for a pina colada. It will give you some pretty surprising, very, very sweet results. So coconut cream, you're going to use the whole thing. Use full-fat coconut cream because you're not going to use any butter, any of the traditional things you'd use that would make it kind of gel together and taste like ganache or frosting. So this is what you want to do. Okay, this is getting there. I'm going to give you a little, just a little scoop out on the sides here. Just a little
Those
mama.
chocolate chips are good.
Okay, I'm ready for, we're gonna do this. Shriek, shriek, shriek. Okay, those chocolate chips are good, yes. It's Theo's birthday, so we splurged on the chocolate chips a little bit. Okay. It's not, does it look quite uniform?
No.
No. Okay, go for it, Em. Keep going.
I know. I just felt it. But I can tell you're about to laugh.
I'm not. No. I'm innocent.
You just laughed. I can tell you were about to laugh or something. And you're not innocent.
You don't think I'm innocent? This is a tough crowd in here, friends. Okay, I'm going to take a one quick turn.
No,
Okay,
no.
This is the hardest part of parenting. On Mother's Day, I have to say this. I find it hard to not jump in.
I'm kind of also jealous there's not a Daughter's Day. Or,
There's not a Daughter's Day?
yeah.
Well, you have your birthday and other holidays as well that I don't really take part in. Okay, I'm going to do one thing.
No.
I'm just going to scrape the sides down.
That. Don't stop.
I will not stir. Good gracious. Okay, we don't want to overstir though, right? So let's, yes, we got a little pocket in there, buddy. Okay, pocket there. I got a pocket full of chocolate cake.
Is that what you sung?
Yes, it is. Well, the song goes, I got a pocket full of sunshine. And it's a very, it gets in your head, it's an earworm. Oh, good job, good job. Coughing away from the cake, great.
Also
This is why we cannot have you over for dinner right now.
Also this.
Also, because we have no sense. Yes.
This is not covering your mouth. There.
Yes, thank you. Okay, finish up. All right, Emmy, do you want to drop the chocolate chips on top?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn this stove up a little bit,
Who
get the heat
doesn't
up.
like chocolate chips?
Who doesn't like chocolate chips? Okay, ready? I'm gonna get,
Can I have
it
one
calls
after
for 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna call this 2 tablespoons. Okay, what little bit? Can I give you a sample? I would do it because we want them to, do them kind of precisely. So that way you can plan for where they go since they're kind of big. Ah, I like it. Great.
And then we'll stir them in. But
No, we won't stir them in. You're done stirring. So you push your whisks down.
okay.
Here you go.
I'm doing it.
You got it. You don't need to put them all in. Pick them up one by one. Hey. Oh, you want to do that part yourself. Okay. Accept that.
I got a bucket for the cake.
Is it funny?
Got that sound
Did I make
stuck
you
in
laugh?
my head.
Maybe a corner over there. I see some.
I know.
Do you think Theo will like this? That's totally fine. Just leave it. That's totally fine.
Oopsie.
Oh, no, don't mess with it. Just leave it. Okay, now we have to do something important. I prepped a little paper towel here. I prepped a little paper towel. Tell me, will you read what it says right here? You hold this.
Hey, use a damp paper towel to wipe the edges of the baking dish clean. Carefully transfer the dish to the oven and bake until a toothpick inserted to the center of the batter comes out mostly clean. 28 to 33 minutes should do it. Instead of looking like you dipped the toothpick in chocolate frosting, it should it has some chocolate cake crumbs clinging to it.
Right. So when I put this in, are you going to ask Google, you're going to take care of it and ask Google for how long do you think we should put it in for? Should we ask Google to time for us?
What should the 28, should I 28 minutes or 30?
I would say, for our oven, I would say 30. So let's wait until we put it in.
Yeah, I know.
Our oven has been warming up this whole time. Our oven takes a second to warm up. What's the temperature again on the top? I mean, what does it say?
I didn't do it.
Can you tell me the temperature?
I'm looking.
It's on.
Heat the oven to 325.
Beautiful. I'm going to do that right now.
It says degrees.
Does it say degrees?
It looks like
No.
it says degrees.
Okay, very carefully, you're going to put that in. Slide that in. I'm sliding it into the middle right there. Gently close
Now
the
can
door and then...
Okay, Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
Sure, 30 minutes. Starting now.
Great. Emmy has to do that because Google doesn't listen to me. This is the new thing that when I ask Google for things, she doesn't listen to me.
Sometimes me and Theo play when I'm Google, and he says, actually, okay, Google, and he gets the actual Google's attention.
Yes, you played OK Google in the car for an hour one time. You and Theo played OK Google.
Theo,
And were you Google or was
Hey,
Theo Google? What? Which?
you just got.
Oh, OK Google, what's left on my timer?
T-minus 29 minutes and 37 seconds.
Timer's on. We have to test it. Sometimes we get
I
surprised.
have to sing this a bit quietly so Google doesn't hear.
They can't hear you though.
Oh, Theo made up a song called Boo Boo Butt, and he asked Google to play it because I remember it by heart. And Google and he said by Kingland Khan, and she actually played what it was by.
Really? So Boo Boo Butt is from a book called by A.J. Novak. Is that right?
Yeah.
Called The Book Without Pictures.
A book with no pictures, and he said, "My only friend in the whole wide world is a hippo named Boo Boo Butt."
A hippo named Boo Boo Butt. And we hadn't quite thought about that. We gave it to friends of ours, and their kids said Boo Boo Butt for a year, and then someone gave it to our kids, and now they say Boo Boo Butt all the time. So proceed with caution. It is a really fun book, but proceed with caution. Okay, later on in the afternoon, once we've cooled our cake down a little bit, we'll make some ganache. And then we'll be all set for the birthday.
On earth. I eat eggs right off the rack.
So feel free to like our page and share this. Make cake with us today. Make cake for your family.
I eat eggs for breakfast right off the
What do you
rack.
say? Do you want to say thank you and Happy Mother's Day to everybody?
Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.